Hi, this is the photograph for today, and those are nice ducks by the pond in one of the trails in Orangeville. I caught them resting. So check my website for more artworks and photographs from Ilma. I'd like to share with you today my verse for the day is from Luke 6:36, which says, "You must be compassionate, just as your Father is compassionate." And here's my poem. Give compassion. Do you remember how you struggled in your difficulties? Didn't you long for peace and strength in all your frailties? When you lost someone you love, you feel incomplete. Your Father knows all your pain and wants to give you peace. God is full of love and compassion. He gives you mercy and dominion. He expects you to give the same mercy and grace. He is full of compassion, and that is what Scripture says. And here's the essay part of the devotional. When someone you know is terribly suffering, do you find time to give that person comfort? I have undergone many adversities in life that God has equipped me to sense people when they are in pain and suffering. Because I know exactly how they feel based on myriads of experiences in abuse, neglect, abandonment. I feel so much compassion for those who are going through the same things I went through. When I was a teacher, those students in trouble always find it easy to come to me and share their pain. I always feel good and humbled that they want a shoulder to cry on. The Bible tells us that one of God's characters is that He is compassionate. He also expects the same compassion from us. Be there for others as He is there for us. Prayer. Lord, let me give love. Reflection. Why is compassion essential to our Christian walk? And I'd like to share some experiences or testimony on that verse. A lot of people have always had always told me that I'm a very compassionate person, and I think when somebody has undergone through so much pain and difficulties in their lives, it's easy for them to identify with the same feelings that people are going through. And I think God equips you with the strength to go through things when He also allows to bring people in your life that will mirror exactly what you're going through as well. And that's why God is love, and He has and you cannot love if you're on your own, but to relate with somebody, you learn the dynamics of giving and sharing. And you don't only give nice things, you don't only give, but you also share your vulnerabilities, your weaknesses, your frailties, because that alone is a humbling act of acknowledging that we cannot be without each other. And if we cannot be without each other, we cannot also be without God. And I see the beauty of, I'm not a sadist or a masochist, but it's usually when people are suffering or in pain that they get closer to God. Like suddenly when you're in pain and you're hopeless and desperate, and you don't know where to go to, that's usually, it's sad, but that's how people relate with God. They only come to God when they need somebody. So when they need consolation, when they need comforting. And I know that I've always come to God. Like I was raised in a very in an environment where discipline is very important. But I think it worked for me in a way, because even if it was for a while, it was punitive discipline, I learned to live my life in discipline. And even there are days that I don't want to to that I prefer to do things for myself. I always end up, seeking God. And that has protected me so much that even if there's so much suffering that I went through in my entire life, in fact, I could write a memoir about it. But somehow, I had strength because God was there for me, because I was faithful to seek Him and to ask help from Him. I ask help from God every little thing, every little decision I make, even if it's just opening my car door, or just running through a street. I always ask His, just give me somebody to help, or give me someone that I could aid to. I think that's a gift that He has given me, that I have a big heart to help people. And so I'd like to invite you to give compassion to other people, especially those who are hurting, especially those who are lonely, especially those who have nobody to love them, especially those who have somebody died in their family or in their loved ones. So thanks for watching, and I hope that you can check my website at ilmaarts.com. Have a great day.